Distant dream for most people. But today, you can literally start a business with a laptop, a wireless cable connection, and a very strong LinkedIn profile. The barriers to entry in nearly every market have been broken down. You can start a business with little or no staff to start. Marketing and advertising costs are being driven lower and lower. Production and distribution costs are being driven to zero. You can easily start a business from your home office, and startup capital is so accessible that websites like Kickstarter.com and other crowdfunding sites have become household names. In this timely program, Brian will show you how to take advantage of all of those low barrier to entry advantages, start your own highly profitable business, and grow that business to any size in terms of staff and revenue that you desire. Best of all, he'll teach you how to make that business successful and sustainable for the long term, so you don't become one of those unfortunate business statistics in 2 to 3 years, like the vast majority of businesses. In this brave new world in which we live, truly the best vehicle for reaching the top and for controlling your own destiny is entrepreneurship. And in this program, Brian Tracy will proudly present the science that the majority of successful entrepreneurs follow. My name is Dan Strutzel, and I have the good fortune of riding along with you during that journey and interviewing Brian as he presents the science of entrepreneurship. Brian, it's great to be with you again.
Thank you, Dan.
Great to be with you. I can't wait to jump in here to session 1, which we're calling Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Age. And you know, Brian, as we begin the program, I'd like to give an overview of this unique moment in history and why this particular point in time is really suited well to starting and succeeding at one's own business. Our economy has gone through many seismic shifts in terms of how it's organized. We went from the agrarian age in the 19th century, where we had to know how to do very basic kinds of work for our local community, to the industrial age in the 20th century, where we had to know what to do by packaging knowledge and to a logical, controlled sequence. This is the age where large organizations and lifetime careers with companies were so dominant. But now we're in the post-industrial or knowledge age, where we had to not just know what to do, but to create new knowledge and ideas to learn. Some have even called this the technological age. And since creating and adapting to new knowledge, especially with the rapid pace at which new knowledge is being produced today, has never been a strength of very large bureaucratic organizations, we could also call this the entrepreneurial age, since creating and adapting to new knowledge is something that entrepreneurs are most suited to do. So, Brian, can you discuss this history with us in a bit more detail and describe to our listeners why this is the best time to consider entrepreneurship?
Some years ago, when I started off, I came from a limited background. I didn't graduate from high school. I worked at laboring jobs for years, and I struggled, and I was kind of envious of people who were doing better than me. And I began to ask the question, why are some people more successful than others? And then I began to study economics, and especially I began to study entrepreneurial economics. And what I found is that the driving engine for the last 200 or 300 years in our society has been the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is a person who sees an opportunity to serve people in some way with a product or service that they want and need to improve their life, and then is able to bring this product or service to the customer at a cost that is lower than what the customer is willing to pay. It's a very simple equation, and I spent hundreds of hours studying this because it was fascinating. And the bottom line was that human needs are unlimited. It's whatever person has, they want something more, and they want something different. I'm thinking of writing a book, and I've written 85 books now. And I'm thinking of writing another book, and would be called the ER Factor. In fact, I was just giving a seminar on it in Germany yesterday by Skype. And the ER Factor stands for so better, faster, easier, cheaper, more convenient, and so on. And you find that all human beings are motivated by ER. And the companies that are successful are the companies that offer the best ER to this customer at this time in this product or service area. And there are no limits to what you can do. And so the very fastest way for you to become financially independent and to have a wonderful life and a wonderful living standard is for you to find a way to